Welcome. Good to have you here today. So you have called Susan Rice Typhoid Mary. What do you mean by that reference?
Well, anytime something went wrong in the Obama administration's foreign policy, which was often, Susan Rice seemed to turn up in the middle of it, whether it was Benghazi or the Bo Bergdahl controversy or the Syrian Red Line and now this. And I think the Vice President is right. There are serious allegations that the Intelligence Committee will have to review. There are legitimate reasons for someone on the National Security Council to request for an unmasking of an American citizen, but the suggestions of the number of times and the potential political sensitivities do raise serious concerns. And I think it's appropriate that we take deliberate steps forward to review all these records and then, if necessary, call Susan Rice in to testify.
Well, she and her people have said that it's ridiculous to suggest that there's any legal implication here, any illegality that could have occurred here. But when you look at the way that it's laid out in terms of how you have to secure the right to unmask those names, it has to be a compelling foreign policy or national security concern that compels the removal of the mask, right?
There has to be a very good reason, and typically a member of the National Security Council wouldn't have many reasons to do so. I mean, normally these unmaskings are done in the middle of a counterintelligence or a criminal investigation. That's not what the National Security Council does, and there have been precedents for this kind of thing to happen in the past where people got in hot water. Zbigniew Brzezinski in the Carter administration was brought before Congress to testify about unmasking materials related to Jimmy Carter's brother. So this is not just routine business, especially if the number of times it happened turns out to be true based on public reporting. That's why it's important that the Intelligence Committee obtain access to all of these records and review them.
Will you ask her to testify?
And if our review of those records doesn't answer all these questions, I think she should come testify.
All right. Syria also very much in the news for some horrific reasons. We saw the brutality that was brought upon people there, families, children suffering from a chemical weapons attack. Is it time to change our policy on Syria?
Well, it's another horrific atrocity by Bashar al-Assad and his patrons, Iran and Russia. I would remind everyone that in 2013, Barack Obama, after having drawn his red line on the use of chemical weapons and erased them, cut a deal with Vladimir Putin to remove all of Syria's chemical weapons. Well, it turns out that once again, Vladimir Putin and Bashar al-Assad didn't keep their deal. Ultimately, Bashar al-Assad remaining in power is just not an option for America's national security. And that's not an opinion, that's not a policy, that's just a fact. Millions of Syrians and Arab leaders who are critical in our fight against Islamic terrorism are going to insist that Bashar al-Assad go. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. We can prioritize the fight against the Islamic State, but the United States can't be secure as long as the Syrian civil war continues and Bashar al-Assad remains in power.
All right, last subject, Judge Gorsuch. By the time you and everyone else leaves for the break, the congressional break that is coming, will he be on the Supreme Court?
By the time we leave at the end of this week, Judge Gorsuch will be Justice Gorsuch. I think it's unfortunate that the Democrats over the last 14 years have repeatedly violated Senate traditions. Until 2003, over 214 years of Senate history, there had never been a single partisan filibuster that succeeded in blocking any nominee of any kind. Starting in 2003, Chuck Schumer, now the Democratic leader of the Senate, began to break those traditions, and the Republicans are going to act this week, if necessary, to restore the Senate tradition that nominees brought to the floor deserve an up or down vote. Judge Gorsuch, I think, will make a fine Supreme Court justice. He deserves that vote. He will get it, and he will prevail.
We'll be watching Friday night. Senator Cotton, thank you very much. Good to see you here.
Thanks, Martha.